How are we living, boys? We're going over Titanic. I know you guys have long awaited this one, and I did 3 major tests. There's a ton of learning to do about Titanic, so I'm going to try and let you guys know everything in the initial part of the video, so please lock in and be ready for it. Okay, let's speedrun everything that you need to know. So basically, when you're playing Titanic, you can play any of the runes, okay? You can play Lethal Tempo, you can play Conqueror, and you can play PTA. And the most important thing is that you understand your build. Itemization matters the most nowadays. The exact most has ever mattered, okay? So your item choices need to affect the whole game or the exact present game in its entirety. So what does that mean? So right here, if you hit tab, right, you see 3 tanky members. Bork would be the obvious decision, but let's say you're just a Titanic enjoyer, right? Well, I'll show you exactly the itemization to do that. And why am I going Lethal Tempo this game? I like Lethal Tempo in games where I have to auto frontline members a ton. It just makes more sense, right? PTA kind of makes more sense for a bursty playstyle. You know, something like, Bork by Cleaver tries to burst out people and then just run them down with the extra movement speed and lifesteal. But regardless, we're here to talk about Titanic, and the biggest thing that you can do here is just full clear. Now, the build tech is pretty simple, where you're going to want a lot of tankiness through Titanic, so every option should have some health on it. That's not crazy to think, but now the second item, I've been going about 60% of my games, is actually Edge of Night. Why Edge of Night? Because it gives a ton of AD, it gives 50 over the average 40 for a bruiser item, and then on top of that, it gives lethality and then health, so that health will scale you in, and that is completely good. I'm going to play to try and kill this guy, he might live. And kill him on next cooldowns. I mean, we just hard win this, not gonna lie. Oh my god, wait, you guys are not thinking at all. This guy's flash, so I'm just gonna sit here and actually just wait for it. And this is actually just true. This is Lethal Tempo diff, by the way. Right there, Lethal Tempo just actually hard carried that. I mean, them walking into the E whatever, they didn't activate Sweeper because this guy decided to ward my blue at 126 and they got stuck. Now my red refresh, so we know that his 3 camps are his topside camp, so he's going bot side right now, so we're going to ping that. But yeah, so basically what we've been doing is Titanic into Edge of Night, and then after that you just pivot into either Steric Spirit Visage or Bork. I think it's okay to build split. Now if you asked me last split, I would say please never, ever, ever, ever go Titanic and Bork in the same build. But I think it actually matters more now, again, because your item choices matter so much more. You can't just static build the same stuff. You actually have to put some thought into it, unless you're playing something like Lethality, where it's like you just need to crank damage. Bruisers getting nerfed across the board basically means that you need to get max value out of everything. So your item choices do need to have some thought, and that's what we're trying to showcase here today. This guy has to die for this, right? There's no way this is allowed. And again, we know that Trundle is here, so this is just fine. We just need to kill him. Keep him from running down into the turret. That's the biggest thing. 1, 2, 3. I think I might die, but that's okay. It was kind of worth thinking about. Nice. We're able to keep the wave. Oh, does that actually get my Kled the cannon? That's huge. Alright, he got experience. Not gonna lie, I'm taking that every time. I'm a snowball player, bro. I do not care. Now, some of the biggest things to realize about Titanic is the fact that it only gives 40 AD. Now, if I had a recall of exactly like 1450, I would probably grab triple longsword and then ruby crystal and then just try and snowball in 30 AD, because you're not getting much more AD once you lock these 3 in, and that's like the most you can snowball on Titanic. Now, right here, I kind of like the 1650 of this buy, so this is kind of what I've been going. But your item choices just matter so much, and I'm trying to really lock you in on that. So we're actually pretty good to go here. This looks okay. It's 1-1 bot lane. Shen needs to E. Oh my god, wait, we actually got him. Okay. If he has flash, then it'll put me on Shen. Nice. This is where Lethal Tempo cranks. And again, that's kind of what Lethal Tempo does nowadays, is it just straight up, like, yeah, you're going to do a ton of bursts because your initial combo, you're going to W, right, auto attack, Q, auto attack, Titanic, and then you are going to auto attack again or W2. That's going to instantly get your Lethal Tempo, or almost exactly instantly get your Lethal Tempo fully stacked. And then you can actually kind of auto like a regular champion afterwards. But what the actual idea is that at some point you're going to get ability haste, then you're going to have Titanic for tankiness, you're going to have ability haste for 2 rotations of W, and then your second W will be cranking the tanks like it's nothing. So you use Titanic as a method to get your lethal tempo stacked, and same thing, actually just straight down the line if you're playing Conqueror, it's the same thing. You're going to stack up your Conqueror, your next W will be huge. And if you're playing PTA, then you're just going to burst your build of the same thing, which, like, basically you're just going to proc the PTA and then do a ton of damage anyway. But that's my current understanding of Titanic, is that you have 3 different builds, and it's 3 different runes, and they all just do different things, right? Lethal Tempo makes your second W better, PTA gives you more burst, and Conqueror gives you more sustain, and that's it. You really just do what you like. I have done all 3 on my highest rank account, which is D3 with a 70% win rate right now. And, like, it's not even that bad of a thing. It actually feels pretty good. Oh, you are so mad. Wow, you are just so angry at that. Glad ours I can go. Oh my god, I actually do. Paid chatter. Good fear, by the way. Do you guys even know anything about my channel? They're going to try to trade into me, put him into the wall. Lethal tempo a little bit. Move and groove. 1700's the money. I mean, I can slide. Alright, never mind. So here, again, pink words only show vision for just a half second. So you do that, and then you just keep going around. Maybe you find him on the Krugs here. Unless you pulled him super far. I have my support hovering, so while my support recalls were there, we're going to stare at Trist. If Trist ever walks towards us, then we know that they're coming. What's with the lane swap? Nice, get cooked. Again, 1700, you getting your Titanic ASAP, it matters most. Just go ahead and take that and keep it moving. Now, let's talk 3 camp and then full clear. Now, I think 3 camping is really strong because it's early season, and 3 camping aggressive jungling will always be super strong in early game, or in early season, because mentals are a lot worse, because people, you know, feel like the games matter more because they're placement games, and, you know, you have more gains, but also you get to see more visible rank movements. And sure, that's true. And I think one of the biggest things junglers can do is actually just understand the people more than the game sometimes, because me understanding how you feel allows me to make a play that interacts with you more negatively emotionally, and that is another part of the game. I mean, like, talk about APA, right, just for a second. That guy perma yaps, and anyone that types back to him is actually fighting a losing battle, because he's just kind of in your head by building this narrative that, you know, he's gonna talk trash and it has value. Now, when you go stone cold mental, you actually, like, that stuff doesn't exist to you, and, you know, then it's just wasting energy on his part. But you're playing League of Legends, and mental is half the battle here. Again, when they engage, you engage. Good hit for the team. I like to Q here. Auto Titanic. Titanic W2. Smite. Get his R. He actually lives, unfortunately. We try and put him into the wall. Can't really do too much until next. Them getting to live there is kind of crazy. If they go forward, I can help, but... yeah, no, they won't. My Huey's almost out of mana, to be honest. He probably has a ton of money. That should have been a kill, but it's okay. I think we got a flash, at least. I'm kind of too much yapping. But yeah, you're playing League, so if I can understand you emotionally, then I can make a play that's going to wear on your mental a little bit more. And, I mean, stuff like that matters. It's not, like, too, you know, it's intangible. You can't hold that I emotionally made you mad. But, you know, it does come up at times, and it's something you can think about when you've already started to perfect the game itself. Like, you're clear in your buttons and not messing up, you know, the basic stuff. And then it's kind of something that you can add to your arsenal as a jungler. So, like, right now, I pretty much know that if I were to kill this Ziggs and Shen-R wouldn't save him, he would probably be mad at his support for roaming so much. And you use that to your advantage, right? So now I'm just taking this gank. Although, albeit better that I'm hitting Grubs right now. If he dies and Shen isn't here to make this happen, then he's probably going to tell, oh my god, now they're here. Oh my god, we got to fight. I mean, all 5 of them are here, right? This is kind of insane. I gotta hop above the bed on that one. We got one! Nice! Get roll, get! You guys just got rolled. Nice fanboy game, too. Jinx Rocket coming? Maybe I can look. But, like, alright, now right there, I'm not trying to, like, look too deep into that, but, like, tell me that's not a bit emotional. Do you think that there's a world where that Ziggs just dies, starts spam pinging his team, and then they force that really crazy, weird play? Maybe not right then, but it does exist. But either way, let's talk more about, like, things you can actually tangibly hold, which is Titanic in my hand feels really good. Again, it's all about where you want your damage, though. Do you want your damage, you know, at the start of a fight, health at the end of the fight, or more damage at the end of the fight, you know? And I think all three are good. And again, I've won on my highest rank account in ranked, solo duo, and they all just feel good. It really just feels like a decision to me. So pick your favorite one, and then just make it work. Because, you know, if there's one thing I'm about on this channel, it's that proving that really, as long as you're comfortable with what you're doing, that is the only thing that matters. Good gameplay can be, you know, manifested through just being comfortable. You know, there's a reason why I took AP build to Masters, okay? And it's just because I'm comfortable with it. And, you know, I don't let the small things matter to me. And, you know, I got enough small things in my own life that they don't really get to me anymore. No, but, so let's talk about this Briar E thing. I've been getting a lot of comments. Guys, you're dealing with Riot Games here, okay? They're going to give you a quality life, and then they're going to change Swain Dab plus 1 AD, and now Briar can't buffer E anymore. It's Riot Games, man, through and through. Okay, this is what they do, man. Their heart's in the right place, but this game's engine is so old that it's very prone for, like, one small thing to be the biggest mistake on Earth. And Briar not being able to buffer E is just that. It really is just that. It doesn't have to be more. It is, in fact, less. But, dude, you made it work for months. You made it work for months without it being that way, guys. You didn't need it. You didn't need it then. You wanted it. And now you had it, and now you want it back. Cool, that's fine to want it back. Guys, you were making this shit work for months. Oh, good traps. Now, this is a type of play that I like a lot, too, is when I get lethal tempo stacked and IR. He is W. I'm gonna cry. I think I died here, actually. I do die. Damn. To be honest, I'm 5-2, and I only had a 200 gold shutdown. That isn't bad. Now let's talk boot choices again. This is AD, auto-tacker, 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 and auto-tacker, but not for much. So we're gonna go tabbies this game. So the end result of this build would probably look something like Titanic, Edge of Night, tabbies, and then if you want to drain tank, you can go Sterix, Spear Visage Overlords. Or you can actually just pivot into the Bork. Again, I think that's a solid answer to this game nowadays, is going Titanic and Bork with lethal tempo. Because Bork does current health damage, okay? So it's really good at the start of a fight. Well, it gives you attack speed, and Titanic gets you to max lethal tempo, so now you're getting more damage at the end of the fight. So you know, what the Bork can be bad at sometimes is summarized as you know, killing someone at 50% health. But now, lethal tempo changes that. Get the wall, by the way. So, I don't know, dude, like, yeah, you can say, you know, hey, well, you know, 1 second. Hey, you know, Bruiser's got nerfed Logan. Oh my god, I hate it. But actually, I feel like we got more options here. You just have to use your arsenal here. And I think that's, like, where a lot of people with bad mental are falling a bit short. Is you guys are letting your mental decide what's good and bad. You guys are looking at stat websites on day one. Guys, stop doing that. Just stop looking at stat websites. Just listen to the people that are actually making stuff happen, okay? Everyone in League of Legends is a doomer. Like 90% of people. Doomer, for anyone that doesn't know, is someone that just looks at everything negatively, okay? And it is very easy to just hate everything Riot does. It is so easy. Dude, I did it for years. And let me tell you, it is so much more fulfilling and more conducive to wins when you stop crying about everything and you lock in and stop letting outside forces be the, you know, the decider in your life. Dude, I played 6 different builds and 4 different rune setups, and I'm 70% win rate. And you can't even say, well, you're playing in Diamond 3 right now. Yeah, did you know the rank 1 player's only playing in Masters, and Masters queues up with D3? So it's like, no man, rank doesn't even matter, because it's day 2. Everyone is everywhere at all times. So it's just complete cope. You know, I kind of wanted this to be the end of video kind of rant, but I just think that, you know, people are getting lost in some of the nerfs that Bruiser got, but it really just made you a better player, because now you have to think about your itemization more. And then, let's say next split or halfway through this split, when Bruiser gets buffed like it always does, because Bruiser's been good for 12 years, you are going to have better skills with it, better decision making on items, better rune optimization, and you're going to have all these great things in your arsenal, all because you decided to lock in. The time to try your hardest is when things are worse. Like, that just makes sense. Build your skills now, and you're literally laying the foundation for when your stuff is good, and then you don't even have to think about it. You're just turbo smurfing the game, and it's going to feel amazing. And it's all because you decided to care now instead of cry. Caring's way better than crying. So lock it in, let's win. Now let's talk about this game. So we went 0 grubs, they got 6. We went 1 dragon to none. But we are snowballing really hard. So basically what I want to do in games where I haven't gotten any objectives, but I am snowballing, is now turn that away. Turn away from the KD chasing, right? And looking for kills. Now let's focus just hard on objectives. Try and facilitate a team into getting that. As the jungler, it is your job to facilitate your team getting to the objective. So I'm going to try and do that by pinging to this. I'm going to ping on my way here. I'm going to shoot R. This one happened to walk into my hands, but it is important. Oh, no, I didn't fear, but use Q after your fear is ended. That way you get the most out of your CC. Lethal tempo stack. If anyone fights me, they just get mopped. This guy can't do anything. Oh my god, your wall. Oh, I wanted out of this. Get canceled. Kit. Look at this. Love. I didn't play that perfectly. It could have flashed over the wall to hit Triss. Maybe she still lives, but would have been better. And don't forget, we do have lethality build coming up soon, because I know everyone's wondering about that. Don't worry, guys. I got you. I'm testing everything non-stop, just for you guys to get some wins on Briar. I know she doesn't feel as good as she used to, but let me tell you, man, she's not bad. And anyone that says she's bad is coping. And then, again, everyone's going to be like, well, the stats say she's 47% win rate. Yeah, you guys do realize, like, most people's stats are super disingenuous because, like, again, if someone that hasn't played the game, let's say someone was Diamond, okay? They got Diamond start of last split, and then they quit the game. Their MMR stayed Diamond because MMR doesn't decay, right? And then what they do is they get on, they're playing in Diamond games, but they're not an actual Diamond player anymore because they have to re-earn it because they quit the game. Those people are affecting stats in such a way that you can never truly tell anything from a win rate. And you can't tell everything from a win rate before that. So it's like even worse of an argument, but it's like such an easy thing because it's a number in front of you. Less than 50%? Oh, cool, I don't care. Above 50%? It's broken. Alright, so let's focus up. So again, we're at 4. Oh my god, I'm sitting here trying to show you guys. So right here, max lethal tempo stacks with Titanic. Use Q. Do some basic autos here just in case someone steps up and then you can W. And lethal tempo has just made team fights so much more fun because you get to actively think about your combos, where you want to W, and try and be smarter about your champion. And it's actually so awesome. It has been just such an awesome experience. Now, they definitely see me stepping up here, but nice. Huge. Or actually, drive that away. Don't go to tier 4. Don't go to tier 4. He's just going to hit it. Yeah. I would have taken that to tier 2 here. Yeah, so see, he just died for that. So that was not the play. Never let the support drive here. Hate that for me. Oh, live, my son. I would have driven it backwards straight to the tier 2 bot. Now, there's nothing on the map up except for Baron, so we just have to waste their time. If they chase us here, that's good. So I'm just going to keep trying to tag these things. What's going on with this clad here? We're going to tap E just to slow him. Maybe they don't know I'm here. Maybe they think I left. Come on, item. Nice. Okay. Now we are on Bork. Now again, you don't even have to go Bork here. I'm going Bork here to show you guys just how much you can do with new Titanic build, because you're not just so locked like you used to be. So I have Titanic, I have a lethality item, and then I have Bork. But because each item serves such a purpose in like a really good way, you know, I'm very strong because of it. But it's because I'm actively thinking about the game and I'm making decisions. That's what Riot wanted for Bruiser, not just, oh, I built Sundered Sky on every champ, let's go. Ooh, Eclipse Sundered Sky, every champ, let's go. Right? They're trying to make you think about the game. So right here, I'm probably going to go Sterix Spirit Visage. Again, that's the 2-item Briar Tanky combo. A lot of people are like, why don't you go Jack Show? Why don't you go these things? Ziggs? I'm actually going to get this really quick. Because Sterix Spirit Visage gives you Tenacity, Health, MR, more health, and increased healing, which is your whole kit. Okay, I mean, it's actually turbo cracked, right? You can smite this guy for the slow. Look for Tappy. We're actually going under. They don't have tier 2. Watch my lethal tempo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just kind of juicing through this, right? We're actually going to try and tag him. Just to keep lethal tempo up, and then we're going to hop. See if we can catch another person. They actually have 3. We probably go here. And actually, we might have been able to end, but it's definitely a lot better in games like this. When you're questioning, oh, never mind, they FF. All right, there you go. So just go Baron and then Dragon, and then you completely secure the win. But nice. So there you go. There's your 20 minutes of Titanic yapping, and you need to understand it. Even Phoenix in that game, you see it. So yeah, you just need to focus up, dude. It's everything's cope, guys. It's all cope. Everything I've seen every other Briar player say is cope. And I actually haven't seen any other Briar player say anything. So, I don't know why I said that. No, but they're just coping about their class, man. Right place, right time, good gameplay. Only thing that matters. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. And you guys love ending stats too, so I finally remembered it. And runes and everything. Damage through the roof. Damage taken, good. Only he can take more damage than me because I killed him. And then CC score is looking good. Runes. So, you know, the damage dealt is 1900 on a rune. Come on now. Uptime's good. Triumph always tried and true. Alacrity's good. I think ability haste is better on other builds that don't get to build it very early. Coup de grace always good. Magic footwear, cosmic, standard stuff, all looking good. Now we're good.